Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I am showing you how I use all the different apps that I use to edit my Instagram photos and plan my feed and everything like that. So this is Unum, I think that's how you say it, and you basically just log into your Instagram account. This is like my whole feed, everything that I've already posted on Instagram. And then there's a whole bunch of spaces up above where you can like plan your future photos. There's a lot of different things that you can use this app for, and I just kind of figured that out while I was making this tutorial. So in like the bottom right corner, there's like an analytics area where it shows you your comments and likes and like your most popular hashtags and the best times for you to post on your page based on how your engagement has been going in the past. So that's pretty cool. It just took forever to load, but these are all the best times for me to post personally, my most popular post, my best hashtags, which I think are kind of funny. And so yeah, I'm not really sure why it's taking so long to load. It's never really been like that before, so I think that it's just an issue with my Wi-Fi. But how I plan my feed is kind of hard to explain. I don't really know like the correct terminology for it or anything, but I use that swappy arrow in like the bottom right corner just to move my posts around that I've already posted. Then I'm gonna select all of my like potential posts that I'm gonna do in the next few weeks and just randomly upload them onto this app, Unum. So I made like a little folder / album of like all of the photos that I would want to post over the next few weeks. I have a mixture of photo shoot photos, selfies, a bunch of different stuff, food, like all different poses, and just a variety of images. I try to always make sure that before my photos get to this album or folder that they are perfectly edited exactly how I would want to post them on Instagram. That's not necessarily the case. Sometimes after I upload some photos onto Unum, I'll see that they're actually like a little bit too dark in contrast to the photos around them. So I'll go back and like edit them and brighten them up even more. I guess you're allowed to select and plan out up to 18 photos, which is really cool. So I selected my 18 next posts and then I just hit done in the upper right corner and uploaded them into like my Unum app. This is what they look like just randomly uploaded in. And then the next step is just moving around all of these photos to see what goes well together. I try to never have like the same pose next to each other. So if I just have like a selfie, I'll never post or like put a selfie right next to that. I like to always have my photos showing a variety of different poses and looks and aesthetics. I feel like having a variety in your feed is what looks like more cohesive and aesthetically pleasing altogether. As you can tell, I picked like especially light, bright white photos. All my photos have some sort of blue in them because I really like blue. I also read an article that said that the more blue and white are in your Instagram photos, the more likely people will be to engage with them. So I always put blue and white in my Instagram photos. And if there isn't blue and white in them, I will up the brightness just to make the whites really pop. I try to avoid putting collages next to each other and I try to balance out my light and dark photos, but there really isn't like a scientific way or like a method or equation that there is to creating a cohesive feed. Everyone has like different aesthetics and different ideas of what looks good together, so it's really important to just play around with it, take the time to just move all of your photos around. You never know what could end up looking really, really good to you. I used to not really feel that confident planning my feed, so I would spend like a few hours doing this every few weeks, and it just seemed so tedious. I always dreaded spending like all that time just planning my feed. I've now been planning my feed regularly for about 6 months, and as you can tell, like this video is in real time. I only took about 20 minutes to arrange all of these photos, and here I am just taking screenshots so that I can put it on my ebook where I'm teaching you guys how to plan your feed and create a monetized Instagram account. Planning your feed is one of those things that just gets easier with time. Like you'll just get more comfortable with it the more you do it. So don't be shy, be confident. If you think something looks good, it probably looks good. Other people are probably gonna think that it looks good, so just post it. It's not that big of a deal, it's just Instagram. And yes, I still say it's just Instagram, even though I have my whole income and life associated with social media and my Instagram account. I think that all of your little posts aren't that important. It's just how they go together that's really, really important. So taking the time to really make sure that your feed is as cohesive as you want and like looks exactly the way that you want it to, that is what will attract the right type of clientele and the right type of like company sponsorships. So here I am just rearranging some of the photos in my feed planner. I have some photos of plants and beaches and stuff because I'm actually trying to take a different direction with my Instagram feed. I'm still gonna be following the fitness theme, of course, because it's my life and my career, but I also just wanna hone in on adding a little bit more blue into my feed. So I'm trying to do some more beach photos and I'm putting some cactuses in there. And I've noticed that I don't post every single day. I don't like posting photos of myself every single day, so I just wanted to add some like food photos or something else that could be aesthetically pleasing that my followers might like. So that's why it looks like that. You can see in the middle of the screen on the left side, there's a photo that's super, super orange. Like the saturation is just edited in a way that does not go with the rest of my photos and the rest of my feed at all. I'm probably gonna end up taking that photo out just because it doesn't go, and no matter where I put it, it doesn't look like it's gonna fit in anywhere. It's just really yellow and orange and white as opposed to green and blue and white or black, how my other photos are. I'm just scrolling down to see if there's anywhere that I can like put that image, but I really don't think so. I'm now just pressing that like little squiggly arrow in the bottom right corner just to move my already posted Instagram photos around to see how my feed is going to interact with the photos that I've already posted. And it definitely changed things a lot. Like all my collages are now next to each other and they look super different and weird. So I'm gonna go back and keep arranging all of my photos until they're exactly how I like them. I love this app because it's a huge time saver and it also just helps you, of course, make your feed super cohesive. I always know exactly what to post because I plan it out in advance and I don't have to think about it or stress about it or like ask anyone for advice last minute. It just makes life so much easier. All right, here we go. Things are starting to look a little bit more cohesive, a little bit more put together. There's still like that super, super orange image right there that I definitely don't want to stick around. So I'm gonna see if I can just put it somewhere else. I'm trying to keep all of my photos of plants like pretty far apart. I just know based on monitoring my engagement in the past that my most popular photos right now are of my body, not of food or plants. So I'm gonna minimize the amount of selfies, food, and plant photos that I post. When you're trying to increase your engagement, increase your following, you want to post what people like to see. That being said, I don't want to have a super sexual Instagram. I market my Instagram for women, and it's really important to think about the vibe that you're giving off through your page in every post, in every caption, and also in your whole feed. So if every single photo is like a butt picture, that's definitely a really different vibe than food and plants and flexing and stuff like that. So now that I've gotten rid of that orange photo that didn't really work well with the rest of my photos, I'm gonna go back into my album of photos that I wanna post, and I'm going to select a photo that I think would work well with the rest of my feed and add value to my feed and continue making it look more cohesive. I ended up just picking one of my bikini pictures from a bikini photo shoot that I did recently, but I definitely did not like where it was, so I had to go back and rearrange everything, of course. And so here I'm just gonna try to figure out a place that I can put it, that it would just enhance the overall look as opposed to detract from it. I ended up selecting 3 images at a time, which is a really cool feature that you can do on Unum, and just hitting swap over and over and over again because I did not like the look of that bowl of cereal picture. I felt like it really didn't go with the rest of the images, and I couldn't find a place to put it that I really liked the way that it looked. So I felt like there was definitely an editing issue. As you can tell, the photo underneath it is super white in comparison, and that photo of the cereal just looks really gray. I'm gonna arrange the photos around it as best as I possibly can, but I'm gonna go back and edit that photo, brighten and lighten it up a little bit just so that it goes with the rest of the feed and enhances the overall look of my feed as opposed to detracts from it or makes it look even grayer or muddier or depressing in any way. I want my feed to be as bright and positive and happy as possible. If you really like gray or dark feeds, that's completely okay, but that's just not the look that I'm trying to go for with this page. So I took that photo and I deleted it. I'm now gonna upload it into my favorite photo editing app, which is Snapseed. And once I upload it into that app, I'm just gonna use some of my favorite features of Snapseed. So the first thing that I always do, especially if I took the photo with my iPhone, is I will increase the structure about 25 or 30. I will then go and enhance the photo or tune the image. So I'll increase the brightness, I'll increase the saturation. I think for this photo, I actually decreased the saturation a little bit, but I will also use ambience. I don't know how to say it, but it's freaking awesome and you should definitely use it. This app is kind of like Photoshop for free, and it's way easier to use and way more iPhone friendly than any of the Adobe apps. So I really, really like it. The next feature that I'm gonna use is the desaturation brush. So I just use the brush tool, I hit desaturation. I always hit that eye icon in the bottom right hand corner just so that I can see exactly what I've desaturated or what I've edited. I'm gonna desaturate just the whole entire background just to make it as white as possible as opposed to gray or whatever other color it was. Then I take the eraser and I'll erase the focal points of the image. So that's a salt candle thing that I'm erasing, and also the actual wax candle and the cereal itself. And then I'm gonna go back with an actual saturation brush, not a desaturation brush, and I'm gonna saturate the blue and the Lucky Charms in the cereal just to make them stand out and pop just a little bit extra. I finished editing with the brush tool, and then I realized that I still felt like the photo was way too dark. So I went back and brightened it a lot, and then I really liked it once it was super bright. So I saved it. When you hit save a copy, it'll actually save a copy, but for some reason it didn't work. When you hit save as image or whatever, it will actually change the actual photo that you took on your phone. So you will no longer have that unedited photo and edited photo. You will only have one photo. So once it's saved, you're just gonna upload it right back into the Unum app. There's a little space where I had deleted it from, so I know exactly where it goes. And voila, there we have it. That is exactly how my feed is gonna look for the next 3 weeks. Well, not actually, because I actually uploaded a lot of these images already. I just wanted to show you guys how I would plan my feed if that's what I needed to do. Creating a successful Instagram account is not nearly as daunting as you might think. Just plan out your feed. Planning is the key to success. The more often you plan out a cohesive feed and edit your photos, the easier and faster it will become. So just keep at it, keep doing it. I know it probably seems a little bit tedious right now. It did for me, but over the course of a few months, it got way, way easier. And now I'm just showing you guys a few other features on this app just because I think they are so cool. Here is a list of the best times to post. This is based on my personal analytics, so they might be a little bit different for you. But if you start using this app, it will show your best times to post as well. If you want to learn more about the best times to post, how to plan your feed, how to create a cohesive Instagram, what photos to take at photo shoots and stuff like that, then definitely check out my ebook that will be up on my website soon. This app is really cool because you can also like save your captions in the app, but I personally don't do it like that, and I'm about to actually show you guys how I save all of my photos and write out my captions and have them just like waiting for me to post. It's really important to post at least once a day if you want to keep your engagement up, but stopping what you're doing in the middle of the day to write up a post and figure out how to edit it and everything like that can really not only be time consuming, but also distract you from whatever it is you're trying to focus on that day. So I use Unum to set up like a little reminder for myself to post at whatever time it is that I want to post. But then when I do want to post, I actually use the Instagram app. So this is how I do it. Obviously, I edit the photos how I just showed you guys in Snapseed. I also use Facetune, and then I know what post I'm gonna post because I use Unum to plan out my feed. But let's say I wanna post this photo next, I will upload it to Instagram, write a cute little caption like "be your best self," and then instead of hitting share, I will hit save as draft. I can do this for like a bunch of different posts. This is just a super convenient way to save all of your posts exactly how you would want to post them. You can put all of your tags in there as well. And when you're ready to post, you just open the Instagram app and you go to your draft area, click whatever draft it is that you wanted to post that day, and it will have your full caption and all of your hashtags saved in there. So it's super, super convenient. These are the ways that I post regularly while saving time and being as efficient as possible, and maintain relatively good engagement while working a full-time job and being super happy with my Instagram page and having it monetized. If this is the kind of stuff that you're interested in and you do want to learn more about how to make money off of Instagram, how to be an online coach and market yourself on Instagram, or just how to be a fitness model and create a career based off of Instagram, please check out my ebook, which will be releasing really soon. Also, be sure to follow my page, check out my Instagram, send me a DM if you have any questions or if there's anything that you want to talk to me about. I answer everything, especially from girls. So I hope that you guys have an amazing day. Please let me know if this video is valuable or helpful in any way in the comment section below, and I will link all of the apps that I use below.